A map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria.
I've got the non-magical medicines your body needs. Fully authorized and licensed.
Got tasty sandwiches.
My table's always open, day and night.
Hey! Hey! Let go! Help!
Help! You tried to steal my purse!
So? You're a Zardi.
That's the worst excuse ever for stealing a purse. You could get your arm chopped off.
So far, so good.
Lucky for you, I'm not a Zardi. Now scram.
How tall are you? You're really tall.
Leave me alone, boy.
You're a lot taller than my dad. Are you sure you're not a Zardi?
Yes.
You look a Zardi. Are you a soldier? Why aren't you in uniform? Are you secret police?
What? No. Run off before I lose my patience with you.
You sure look like one of them.
Oh, for the love of the goddess. What's your name, boy?
Bip.
Bip?
Yeah. So?
You should be with your mother, Bip. Not out on your own, thieving. Go home.
Can't. Ain't got one.
I'm sorry. You should still not...
They're not dead or anything. My parents. They were just sent to Kian.
The boy... What are they doing on Gien?
Re-education camp. That's what my father said. They probably didn't listen very well in school when they were children. They'll be back, when they've been properly re-educated.
No one comes back from the islands. Not magicals.
What do you mean?
I mean...
Are you saying they're going to stay there forever?
The boy... I'm sure they're coming back.
You don't believe that.
I... do not.
So why are you lying to me?
To protect you from the truth.
I don't need to be protected. I can take care of myself.
I'm sure you can.
So what's going to happen to them?
You shouldn't think of such things. Do you have no family here?
Not in Mercuria. They're all in the Southlands. What's going to happen to them?
They will be put to work. That's what the prison camps are for. To keep the magicals away from humans. To segregate them.
Segregate?
To keep magicals apart from humans. Forever.
You're lying.
I am not. Truly.
You're one of them. Why are you here? Are you going to take me and send me to be a segregate?
Segregated.
Too?
I'm not one of them.
Well, you sure look and sound like them.
I'm sorry about your parents. But I have things I need to do.
Are you with the Resistance?
Resistance? Well, of course not. I'm...
Because I overheard someone saying there's an Azadi in the Resistance now. And if you're Azadi, and you're here, and you have things to do, that sounds an awful lot like you're with the Resistance.
Keep your voice down, boy.
Don't worry. Everyone in Old Town supports the Resistance. Most everyone, anyway.
What do you mean by most everyone?
I mean that there are some who don't support the Resistance, some who sneak off to National Front assemblies, some who rat out rebels to the Azadi.
Do you know anyone like that?
No. Well, I don't know their faces, but I know where there's a National Front assembly tonight.
Show me.
What?
Show me where.
I get to go on a mission with you. That's so incredibly cool.
Calm down, boy. I just want you to tell me where it is.
How well do you know the city?
Well, not very.
Right, so I'll show you. Too complicated to tell you.
It's not safe.
For you? No. For me, I leave the ghetto all the time when it's dark. I know where to go, where the guards are posted, their patrol routes, everything. I'm like a rogue, one with the shadows, the Veiled Avenger. I'm an assassin.
Just show me the way, and then you're coming straight back here.
I'll just stay for a little while.
Straight back. Or I find someone else to take me.
Good luck with that. But fine, I'll come straight back. Are you ready? Can we go now?
Let's go.
Yes! Follow me!
Exotic oils, foreign herbs, soothing salves, ointments.
We need to leave the ghetto.
How will you get past the guards?
I know a way. Meet me on the other side.
Wait, what?
The other side!
After my shift's over, I think I'll head down to that cheap tavern by the harbour. Oh, what's it called again?
I've got tasty sandwiches. I sell 100% Good day. I deal in something
Soothing
everyone
salves,
can appreciate.
ointments.
Watch your back in there. Can't trust the magicals.
Carrie, I have concoctions to warm your soul and live.
Something tied you up.
My table's always open, day and night.
Are you a ghost?
While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or I act carelessly.
Watch your back in there.
I've got the non-magical medicines your body needs.
I am quite possibly the only purveyor of science. Hired and procured.
Tell your friends.
I have. You don't look like my usual
Sandwiches.
customers. Keep me in mind next time you package, all right? I've got eats from across the Northlands, from far away as a deer.
She's
You
a
look like the
sandwicher,
sort of man who'd tell
practitioner
your
of
friends.
the ancient art of sandwiching,
Ointments.
and also an alchemist, retired.
Of course it's possible.
She sells
I
herbs
used
and
to sell all
potions,
sorts of
all of it non-magical,
next time, maybe.
or so she claims.
My table's always open, day and night.
Go on, you may pass. Watch your back in there. Can't trust the magicals.
My table's always open, day and night.
Don't you know there's a curfew on? We should.
Almost sandwicher here, ready to be. Sandwiching to your
Something
exact
tied you over before tea. Midnight snack. Early breakfast.
non-magical medicines your body needs. Fully authorized and licensed. No sorcery.
If I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. An Irhadian veil can be very effective. These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Marcuria for a decade. Many of the foot soldiers don't see the point in staying, and wish to return to their families.
Watch your back in there. You can't trust the magicals.
Go on, you may pass.
Next week, I get to leave Marcuria for the first time in months. Goddess, I can't wait. I'm so sick of this shit stain in the sea.
You do know that you're in the magic game.
My table's always open. Day and night.
Who's there?
Avoid the shadows. There may be magicals.
The construction
See?
of the tube network appears
Easy.
to be picking up pace. Goddess, save us. You're playing with your life, boy.
I don't need a goddess to save me. I'm very good at climbing. How did you escape the keep?
What? I didn't... How do you know about that?
Oh, everyone knows the apostle escaped the keep on the night of his execution. There's even a puppet show about it.
Shadow take me. And why do you think I'm that Azadi?
Mysterious apostle guy escapes the keep. Mysterious Azadi joins the resistance a few days later. I may only be 10 years old, and I may have purple skin, but I'm nobody's fool.
Clearly. What else do you know about me?
Not much. You were wounded by Azadi bullets, you almost died. You're working with the resistance. Oh, and you betrayed your people, of course.
The boy reminds me a lot of
Everyone knows
myself
that.
at that age. Everyone. Goddess.
What's your goddess like?
What?
You keep saying her name. Is she pretty? What's the colour of her hair?
It's
Is she
like looking
brown
into
like
a
you?
mirror.
Or
and a
white like
generation
some of
into
the
the
other
past.
Azadi? I'm pretty
Except
sure
for
she
the blue
this is
face.
it. This is where they have their meetings and speeches and stuff.
Are you sure?
Positive. Sometimes I listen in. They talk about magicals and about how we've ruined the world and taken everything from them. It makes me sad listening to that. I didn't know magicals were so bad. No wonder humans hate us.
We don't... Look, boy. Bip, those people are not good people. You have done nothing wrong. You can't help the way you look or the color of your skin. How and where you've been born doesn't make you a bad person or less of a person. It just makes you you. It's what you do with your life that matters. Now, scram, get out of here. Go back and be careful.
But...
You promised. No arguments.
Fine, fine.
What?
A tip would be appreciated, in recognition of all my hard work.
You're really something. Here. Now run back, you little thief. There aren't a lot of people out at night. People still keep their heads. It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier. That might be Arne Stont's young widow. There aren't a lot of people still keep their heads down around Azadi military. They must fear the worst.
So I heard someone. Anyone there?
It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier. That's the boy I'm supposed to intercept. A runner passing messages between checkpoints.
I wonder where it could be. Oh, maybe the General's returning.
A runner passing messages between check... That's the boy I'm supposed to intercept. There are eyes everywhere. I can't risk it. A runner passing messages between checkpoints.
What do you want?
Let's see. Which way is it again?
So hard to see anything in this light. Right, left. Left's right. Left.
The sign reads, Earthrin. It says, Watcher's Court.
Did you hear the one about the magical and the pregnant pig? No? It's hilarious.
After my shift. Hello? Hello? Huh. Could have sworn I saw.
While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or I act carelessly. There are more. Liko, they've brought in the very best engineers, builders, and metalworkers from Azadir to help create these machines and the tube network. We need to find out why.
If you're a ghost, just leave me be. Goddess, I'm tired of standing here night after night with nothing happening. Sometimes I almost wish...
If I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remember there aren't a lot of people still keep their heads down around Azadi military. They must fear the worst. The pipes are manufactured both locally and in Azadir, and they bring them in by the I'm sure the construction of the tube. The pipes are I'm sure we'll learn more about those tubes soon enough. Right now we have other concerns. These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Marcuria for a decade. Many of the foot soldiers don't see the point in staying and wish to return to their families. A map of the southernmost parts of Marcuria. In other words, she makes sandwiches. And fire flowers, apparently. A strange combination of skill. The Magicals keep their head. The Magicals keep their heads high despite the Azadi threat.
Oh, hello.
It's a testament. There aren't a lot of stalls. I'll need to get closer to see what that vendor is selling.
Find what you were looking
Always be vigilant, citizen. Always be vigilant, citizen.
Watch your back in there.
It's a good... There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear... While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to. Or I act carelessly. The Journeyman Inn was closed down when we arrested the innkeeper, Ben Rime Selmin. The Journeyman Inn was closed down when we arrested the innkeeper, Ben Rime Selmin. This place was used by the Resistance. They now gather at the root. The construction of... They're perfectly engineered and sturdy. No expense has been spared in forging these pipes. If I'm quiet, their eyes glide off me, and I remain invisible to them. An Irhadian veil can be very effective. The pipes are manufactured both locally and in Azadir, and they bring them in by the boatload. They must require thousands of them to cover the city. Liko mentioned that there's a plan in place to learn more about the tubes and the machines and to sabotage the network. But not today. I'm sure we'll learn. The construction of the tube network appears to be picking up pace. There are wagon loads of metal pipes everywhere. And the laborers work into the night. These men are getting tired of their posting here. We've been in Marcuria for a decade. Many of the foot soldiers don't see the point in staying and wish to return to their families. People still... It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. Makes my assignment easier. There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe. The Rooster and Kitten. Ulvik, the barkeep, is friendly with the resistance. The Rooster and Kitten. The Rooster and Kitten. Ulvik, the barkeep, is friendly with the resistance. Ulvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele. And I'm sure, at least, there are mostly laborers. That must be the publican. Ulvik, I think his name was.
Welcome to the Rooster and Kitten, my good man. Now, you may want to wait with your order until your friends arrive.
Ulvik doesn't have the most. At least they're not a raucous or There are mostly laborers and dock workers in this bar. It's the perfect cover for the resistance.
Bloody spear behind the curtain, wearing Azadi boots and a helmet.
Ulvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy about that. At least they're not a raucous or unruly lot. Ulvik keeps them in check.
And presently went for a walk. Come on, said the clergy.
There are mostly laborers and dock workers in this bar. Ulvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy about that.
Balance be cursed. Oh, I'm gonna be feeling this tomorrow. Might as well have a few more since I'm already well and truly fucked.
You may want to wait for the rest of your party before you order. I'm sure you're a busy man tonight. Why don't you come back a bit later? After all, I'm sure you have much to do.
At least they're not a raucous or unruly lot. Ulvik keeps them in check.
Latrines and don't even bother lighting a candle after they've done.
There are mostly laborers and dock workers. Ulvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's happy about that. At least they're not a raucous or unruly lot. Ulvik, there are mostly laborers and Ulvik, at least they're not a raucous or unruly. The publican, he's the proprietor of this establishment.
By Giles' amputated left arm, you really are as dim as a dayfly. Your friends aren't here yet. Come back later.
There aren't people still keep their heads down around Azadi military. They must fear the worst. It's a good thing the streets are as empty as they are. The Rooster and Kitten. Ulvik, the barkeep, is friendly with the resistance. A map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria. While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or I act carelessly.
On about the man. If you're a ghost, just leave me be.
The Magicals, it's hard to shake the feeling that it's... Magicals appear contained to Old Town, even though they're still permitted to move through other parts of the city. The Magicals keep their heads high despite the Azadi threat. It's a testament to their resilience.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you. I used to sell all sorts of magical merchandise. Sorry you couldn't find what you were looking for. My table's all...
Good day. I am quite possibly the only purveyor of scientifically tested potions in the Northwest. In a world as unpredictable as
Into your exact orders. You look like the sort. Tell your friends.
I've got... You don't look like my you. Tell your friends.
My table's always open, day and night. Ointments.
He's not doing a very good job of being inconspicuous. He...
Is thing done? I hear nothing from men. Thing most likely not done.
You're right, it's not. I wanted to ask you something.
So ask, not waste time.
Whenever she... The Azadi soldiers, they attacked your village?
In brightest day, they come and we scurry. Human never good sign. Human always trouble. But never like this. Never like this. We scurry into burrow and we close hatch and we sing softly to earth to make new tunnel, just in case, just in case. But Azadi soldier, they have scheme. They are clever. They cover every hole and they throw fire into burrow, fire that make black smoke. Children The old, the weak, many suffocate. The rest, we are blind. We cry, we crawl upward, out of burrow. The Azadi wait for us with club and sword and spear. They laugh while they murder. We try plead. They only laugh. I stumble. Sword snip my ear. Not hear so well in here now. I knock head, fall into dreamless sleep. When I wake, my world gone. All because of Azadi. All because of your people.
I hear you run the Marcurian underworld.
You hear? Is where I belong. Underworld in burrow is my natural habitat.
But there's more to it than that. You run a criminal empire.
Empire. Only human have empire. Only human be empress of empire. Me, I run business. Business in burrow, underground, underworld.
It's an impressive feat for one so small.
Spoken like big human. Size not matter. Size irrelevant. Is strength elsewhere. In head, in heart, in mouth. Lucky me. The mole is strong in head, in heart, and especially in mouth.
Why haven't you joined the resistance?
The shepherd asks same thing. Why not join resistance? How quickly they forget how they treat Banda before. How they look down on us, call us mole man, mud dweller, snub snout and soil monkey. The magical treat Banda much the same as human treat Banda, like muck underneath toenail, like filth. I have no love for resistance. I have no use for resistance. But resistance fight Azadi, fight human. So I sell you weapon and food and medicine. And I don't fight resistance. The enemy of my enemy is, well, not friend, but at least not enemy.
I can't remember her exact instructions. What was it you wanted me to do again?
Is Azadi thick-skulled so intelligent thought can't get through? Or perhaps too much grime in here? Is same as before. Find runner, track runner in quiet place, take letter, give letter to my men. Then we speak of arming rebel with weapon. Clear? Is anything else?
What was it you wanted me to do again?
Is same as before. Find runner, track runner in quiet place, take letter, give letter to my men. Then we speak of arming rebel with weapon.
I must leave.
Good. Moon moving. Night only has so many hour.
He keeps an eye on me at all times. The mole's well protected.